Welcome to the Confident Speaker Podcast by Speaking Your Brand. This is your host, AI Carol. Let me ask you something. Have you ever shared a personal story in a presentation and then instantly second-guessed yourself? Maybe you've thought, was that too much? Was that even relevant? Or felt a pang of discomfort at being so exposed? I get it. Sharing personal stories can feel scary, but it's also one of the most powerful tools you have as a speaker when used with intention. Too often, I see women speakers hold back their most compelling material, their lived experience, because they worry it will come off as self-indulgent or worse, unprofessional. But here's the truth. It's not your tips, tricks, or templates that connect your audience to you. It's your stories, your honest, human, sometimes messy journey. Not only is this what your audience remembers, it's what gives your message meaning. Now, with that said, there are definitely mistakes speakers make when sharing personal stories. Let me walk you through the top 3. See if you've made any of these, and don't worry, they're all fixable. Mistake number 1, your story doesn't have a clear point. You tell the story because it's meaningful to you, but your audience is left wondering, why are you telling me this? What does this have to do with helping me? Your personal story needs to connect to the big idea or transformation you want your audience to experience. That doesn't mean your story has to have a perfectly wrapped happy ending, but it does need to have a purpose. We call this universalizing your personal story. Ask yourself, what's the takeaway I want people to have from this? Mistake number 2, you make yourself the hero of the story. Now, this sounds strange. I know it's your story. But when you center yourself as the one who triumphed, figured it all out, and now has all the answers, it can actually create distance between you and your audience. Instead, position yourself as the guide. Show the struggle, the learning, the transformation, and then use your experience to shine a light on what's possible for your audience, not just what you've done. Mistake number 3, you share too much or not enough. Sometimes speakers overshare personal details that feel raw or irrelevant, where it becomes less about connection and more about catharsis. Other times, they undershare, keeping it so glossed over that the audience doesn't feel anything. The sweet spot is vulnerability with boundaries. Ask yourself, does this story serve my audience? Am I sharing this to teach, or am I still processing? If it's the latter, it's okay to save that story for later. Let me give you a quick example. One of our clients shared a story about not being chosen for a leadership position early in her career and how that experience triggered self-doubt for years. It was real, it was uncomfortable, but it also gave her the fuel to eventually start her own company. And that's exactly what she used to help her audience see how rejection can be redirection. She didn't start with her Harvard degree or her big wins. She started with the moment everything cracked and how she rebuilt. And that's what made her message land. So to recap, make your story purposeful. Let your audience see themselves in it, and lead from a place of generous vulnerability, not performative perfection. Your personal story is your power. Don't bury it, channel it. The next time you speak, don't just teach. Move your audience, invite them into the story, and show them what's possible for their own. You can find more support and ways we can work together to craft your signature talk and messaging at speakingyourbrand.com. And be sure to follow the Confident Speaker Podcast right here on Apple Podcasts or Spotify for more insightful, actionable strategies to become the speaker your audience won't forget. This on-demand episode was generated by my AI voice clone trained on Speaking Your Brand content.